The hands still tremble at 3 in the morning. Not from caffeine, from the conversation that hasn't happened yet. The one she rehearsed 17 times in the shower. The one where she finally says what she actually thinks. The one where she stops apologizing for knowing more than the men who interrupt her. She lies awake mapping their positions. The colleague who steals her ideas with a smile. The boss who praises her work ethic while promoting her less prepared peer. The system that tells her to be collaborative while rewarding the ruthless. She has been fighting, but she has been fighting with her hands tied, by rules written in rooms she has never entered, by men who learned long ago that fair fights are for the weak. 25 centuries ago, a general who may never have existed compiled a manual for those who understood that winning is the only morality that matters. Sun Tzu, The Art of War. A text for kings and commanders that reads now like a coded message for every woman who has ever been told that her competence would be enough, that her transparency would build trust, that her hard work would be seen. He wrote that all warfare is based on deception, and you have been deceived, not by your enemies, by yourself, by the performance of goodness you mistook for strategy, by the exhaustion you accepted as virtue, by the belief that if you simply revealed your true self, the world would finally recognize its value. The world does not recognize. The world exploits what is visible. Let us begin where he began, with knowing. Sun Tzu opens with a calculation. Know yourself, know your enemy, and you need not fear 100 battles. Know yourself alone, and you will lose as often as you win. Know neither, and you will lose every time. You have focused on knowing yourself, your strengths, your growth, your authentic voice. This is not wrong. It is incomplete. You do not know the enemy because you have refused to believe you have one. You have called him colleague, mentor, friend, the system, as if naming him something neutral would make him neutral. But he is not neutral. He is positioned against you, and your refusal to see his position has left you exposed on every front. The enemy is not evil. The enemy is strategic. He understands that your desire to be liked is a vulnerability, that your need to be seen as collaborative is a leash, that your transparency is intelligence he does not have to gather. He watches you reveal yourself, and he takes notes. He learns where you are sensitive, where you are uncertain, where you can be pressured, and he uses this knowledge not because he is cruel, but because he is competent. Your anger at his competence is a luxury you cannot afford. Your task is to become more competent than he is, to gather intelligence with the same discipline he brings to gathering yours.
To know his interests, his fears, his dependencies, the alliances that sustain him, and the rivalries that weaken him. This is not paranoia. This is preparation. You are already being watched. Start watching back. The knowing extends to terrain. Sun Tzu catalogs the varieties of ground: accessible, where speed wins; entangling, where retreat is costly; desperate, where survival demands total commitment. You have treated all ground as the same. You have accepted battles on terrain chosen by others, according to timing that serves their purposes, with stakes determined without your input. This is not fairness. This is defeat dressed in the language of opportunity. The accessible ground is the meeting where your presence changes the outcome. Arrive first, define the terms, leave before opposition organizes. The entangling ground is the project you have committed to beyond wisdom. See it through now, but recognize that your exit is expensive, and build your next position before this one collapses. The desperate ground is where you find yourself when you have surrendered too much, compromised too often, allowed your position to deteriorate through 1,000 small concessions. On desperate ground, Sun Tzu is clear: fight. Not because fighting is noble, but because there is nothing else. Burn the boats. Commit everything. Win or be destroyed.
But the art is not in fighting on desperate ground. The art is in never reaching it. This requires the cultivation of alternatives. Sun Tzu warns against dependence on the enemy not coming, on the enemy not attacking. You depend on your employer recognizing your value, on your partner remaining committed, on your network sustaining you. These are single points of failure. The woman with only one path to her objective is not loyal, she is vulnerable. The woman who maintains multiple routes, who can afford to walk away from any single negotiation, who has prepared alternatives that make any particular gatekeeper irrelevant, she is strong in the way that matters. Her position cannot be attacked because there is no single position to attack. Her victory is inevitable because she has ensured it can be achieved through means her opponents have not anticipated and cannot block.
You are not trapped. You have simply refused to build your other doors. The terrain also includes timing. There are seasons for war and seasons for waiting. The woman who responds to every provocation, who fights every battle offered, who believes that her constant engagement demonstrates her commitment, she is not committed. She is predictable, and predictability is death. Sun Tzu teaches that the energy of the army must be conserved for the decisive moment. Every minor engagement exhausts resources that cannot be recovered. Every response to bait reveals patterns that can be exploited. The discipline of timing is the discipline of silence, of allowing others to demonstrate their strategies while you reveal nothing, of waiting when waiting is the most difficult choice, when the pressure to act feels like physical pain, when your ego demands that you prove yourself. The moment will come. Your task is to be ready when it does.
To have positioned your forces where they cannot be seen. To have prepared your strike so thoroughly that its execution appears effortless. Your silence is not emptiness, it is accumulation. The third room is the room of the unorthodox, the direct and the indirect. You have fought only through orthodox means: direct confrontation, transparent argument, merit-based appeal. Your opponents know how to meet these. They have built their defenses against exactly the approach you are taking. But the unorthodox, this they cannot defend because they cannot imagine it. The woman who appears harmless while she positions her forces, who performs compliance while she constructs alternatives, who allows herself to be underestimated until the moment when underestimation becomes fatal to those who practiced it. This is not deception, this is intelligence. The unorthodox includes the strategic use of weakness. Sun Tzu teaches that weakness can be strength, and strength can be weakness. The woman who appears to have no power, who performs the expected deference, who allows her competence to be invisible, she is practicing the unorthodox in its most refined form. Her opponents relax. They reveal their positions. They commit to maneuvers that assume her compliance. And when she moves, finally, it is from positions they have left undefended because they never considered her capable of occupying them. This is not genuine weakness. It is the performance of weakness as strategic choice, maintained only until its purpose is served. The trembling hands at 3 a.m. are not weakness. They are the body preparing for action. The exhaustion is not defeat. It is the price of vigilance. You have mistaken your performance for yourself. They are not the same. Sun Tzu's text survives because it describes what does not change: the will to power, the competition for limited resources, the reality that fairness is a story told by those who have already won. You have approached these realities with the tools you were given: hard work, transparency, the expectation of meritocratic recognition. You have been exhausted by their inadequacy. The woman who approaches them with Sun Tzu's art finds them navigable, not because she has become cruel, though she may need to examine her attachment to goodness, not because she has abandoned her values, though she may need to discover what her values actually are beneath the performance of them, but because she has become intelligent. She has learned to see the war she is in, to choose her ground, to time her strikes, to win before the battle is joined. The art of war is not about conflict. It is about victory. And victory for the woman who masters this art is not the destruction of her enemies. It is the establishment of her position so secure, her advantage so clear,
her power so thoroughly demonstrated that enemies do not form, that opposition dissolves, that her advancement appears not as conquest, but as gravity, as natural law, as the inevitable result of forces that were always in motion, that she simply learned to ride. You have been fighting battles you cannot win because you have refused to see them as battles. You have been exhausted by your own transparency because you believed transparency was virtue. You have been defeated by your predictability because you thought predictability was reliability. But the world has never been fair, and your refusal to acknowledge this has not made it fair. It has only made you visible. And visibility without position is vulnerability. Learn the art that Sun Tzu preserved. Learn to know your enemy with the same intensity you have applied to knowing yourself. Learn to choose your terrain or change it entirely. Learn to strike with the unorthodox and to make your victories seem inevitable. Learn that your silence is not absence, but preparation. That your withdrawal is not weakness, but positioning. That your apparent harmlessness is the shadow that conceals your force. The throne was never empty. It was waiting for you to stop asking permission to approach it, to stop explaining why you deserved it, to stop performing your worthiness for judges who were never going to find you worthy. The game began before you knew you were playing, but you are playing now. And the woman who understands that she is at war does not need to declare it. She simply needs to win it. Close the door behind you. The trembling stops now.